So good afternoon everyone. So I am Jessa Abong. I'll be your teacher for today's demo lesson. So before we proceed, let's have a recap. So what we have discussed last time. So we discussed about addition and subtraction of polynomials. Okay. So let's have a short activity. So I have a problem here, and what are you going to do is expand the form and give the product. So first, 4 cubed times 4 squared. So what is the expanded form of this? So is equal to 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 is equal to 4 raised to 7, and the product is 16,384. Next, 4 squared. So the expanded form is 4 times 4, which is the product is 16. And the last is 4 times 4 times 5 squared. And the expanded form is 4 times 5. 4 times 5 is equal to 400, because 4 times 5 is 20 and 4 times 5 is 20. So 20 times 20 is equal to 400. So how did you find the activity? Easy or difficult? So did you encounter any difficulties in finding the products? Is it easy, right? Okay, so let's proceed to our main topic, or which is the multiplying polynomials. So before we proceed, let's have our objectives at the end of the lesson. So first, objectives: the learners are able to multiply polynomials. Second, recall the laws of exponent. And the third is multiplied polynomials using the FOIL method. Okay, so first is product of powers of the same base. So to multiply powers with the same base, copy the base and add the exponents. So we have an example here. So the given is a raised to 8 times a cubed. So what are we going to do is just add the exponent. So we have 8 raised to a raised to 8 times a raised to 3 is equal to 11, because 8 plus 3 is 11. Okay, next, b raised to 7 times b raised to 6 is equal to 13, because 7 plus 6 is 13. Okay, next, let's proceed. The next is power of another power. To raise a power to another power, copy the base and multiply the exponents. So to the power of another power, what are we going to do is multiply the exponent. So let's have an example here. So example number 1 is x squared cubed. So what are we going to do is multiply the exponent. So we got x raised to 6, because 2 times 3 is 6. Okay, next, we have q raised to 4 is equal to q raised to 16, because 4 times 4 is 16. Okay, do you get it? The next is product of a product. So to find the power of a product, raise each factor to the given power, then multiply the resulting powers. Okay, so let's have an example. So first is xy cubed. So what are we going to do is substitute the exponent. So we have x cubed, y cubed. And next, we have x cubed y raised to 5 raised to 7 is equal to, so we substitute the exponent. So we have x raised to 3 times 7 and y raised to 5 times 7. So we got x raised to 21 because 3 times 7 is 21, and y raised to 5 times 7 is equal to y raised to 35, because 5 times 7 is 35. Okay, so let's have an exercises here. So use the laws of exponents to find each product. So first is 2 squared raised to 4. So what are we going to do is multiply the exponent first. So we got 2 raised to 2 times 4 is equal to 2 raised to 8, which is the product is 256. Next, b raised to 10 times b cubed is equal to, so we simply add the exponent. So we got b raised to 13 because b 10 plus 3 is 13. So b raised to 13. Next is 2p cubed r raised to 5 raised to 5 is equal to 2 raised to 5 p raised to 15 r raised to 25, because 2 raised to 5 and p raised to 3 times 5 is 15, and r raised to 5 times 5 is 25. So our product is 32 because 2 raised to 5 is 32. Then copy the p raised to 15 and r raised to 15. And next, x squared raised to 6 and y cubed raised to 4. So what we're going to do is simplify and substitute in every exponent. So we have x squared raised to 6, y cubed raised to 4, and we have a product of x raised to 12 and y raised to 12 because 2 times 6 is 12 and 3 times 4 is 12. So do you get it, guys? Okay, let's have an example. We have 3x squared quantity 4x squared minus 5x plus 7. So step 1, distribute each term of the first polynomial to every term of the second polynomial. In this case, we need to distribute the 3x squared to the given. So we have, first is, we substitute 3x squared to 4x squared. So 3x squared times 4x squared, we got 12x raised to 4 because we multiply the exponent and the given. So 3 times squared and 4x squared is equal to 12x raised to 4. We just simply add the exponent. Next is 3x squared and negative 5x. So we got 3 times 5 is 15. Then we add the exponent of 2 and 1. So we got negative 15x raised to 3. Why is it negative? Because the bigger number has a negative sign. So our sign is negative 15x cubed. And the last is 3x squared times 7. So 3 times 7 is 21x squared. So the final answer of 3x squared times 4x squared minus 5x plus 7 is 12x raised to 4 minus 15x cubed and 21x squared. Okay, so step 2, combine like terms. In this case, there are no like terms. So our final answer is 12x4 minus 15x cubed plus 21x squared. So there is also a special method useful only for a two-term polynomial. The method is called FOIL. So the letter FOIL come from the words first, outer, inner, last, and are a memory device helping you remember how to multiply horizontally. Here is what FOIL stands for. So first is F stands for first term, O stands for outer term, I stands for inner term, and L stands for last term.